Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is kind of another day of triathlon training, and I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks, but that's where I'm at right now. I was just going about my day, but I hadn't picked up this camera, and I thought, what earth kind of YouTuber am I? I need to be talking about everything that I'm doing. So today is Friday, which is, yes, cheers to the freaking weekend. I am planning to do a race tomorrow, or in fact 3 races in one day on my bike. You might be able to tell I'm slightly under the weather, so I'm still playing it by ear, but I don't feel that bad, and the weather looks okay tomorrow, and I promised my mate Lee that I was going to do the race with him, so therefore I'm getting ready for that. I'm working from home today. This is lunchtime. I've got loads to cram in, but I'm feeling a little bit lost, if I'm honest. Training Peaks is down and has been down all day. Now the actual training I've got planned for today, that's fine, I can remember it, and I can probably get by without looking at Training Peaks for a long time. However, I actually use Training Peaks for like a life diary, and I'll often use it as a to-do list. So in my day, I will have notes, and it's basically things like, so I'm trying to remember now, fit wax chain to bike, put sealant in tyres because my front tyre keeps going down on the elves, and a few other things that I can't remember because it's in the damn thing, so I can see it every day. So I'm feeling a little bit lost today, and I'm hoping it'll come back online at some point today and I can remember the things that I have forgotten to do. Lunchtime though is not involving any training. I'm just going to do a sort of easy, like maybe even a little bit of an openers session later on tonight. I'm just making scrambled egg on toast for lunch. I'm going to wash those pots up after lunch as well, and yeah, get the bike fettled and get ready to rock and roll. We've also run out of like milled black pepper, so I'm having to grind my own black pepper. This would be worth logging 5 TSS for on Training Peaks, do you reckon? This afternoon I also have a call from Derbyshire Police to give a statement for a road incident I had a couple of weeks ago. Obviously I can't go into too much detail, but I'm a little bit nervous. I've prepared the statement, but when I read it back, it reads quite like serious, because it was serious. So obviously I'll talk about this on the channel at some point in the future when I'm able to do so, but yeah, I feel a little bit worried about it. So NRG Chains did hook me up with a load of wax so I can do my at-home waxing, which is very helpful because I do want to get a bit more clinical with bike maintenance, and running wax drivetrains, as we know, saves on the wearing of cassettes, chain rings, all those things which have crept up in price over the last few years, and it's faster, isn't it? So, right, this is the plan. I've done the chain a couple of days ago, just in a slow cooker. I've not got like the fancy, like whatever chain companies try and sell you. I think a slow cooker does the job just fine. And then I use a coat hanger to hang the chain on there, and then this just sort of sits on a window, and I just sort of leave it hanging to drip dry with some tissue underneath. And then the only other thing I have to do is, because Shimano, you can only use their quick links once, I have a, is that the right one? Oh, I've got a mixture of Shimano and SRAM kicking around here. There you go, I have a new Shimano quick link. So I don't want to be waxing this chain a lot, because every time I do it I have to change the quick link, whereas on the SRAM drivetrains you can reuse the quick links. You can probably get away with reusing these, but I almost don't want to risk it. If they say you shouldn't reuse them, then I'm not going to reuse them. I have had a chain snap in an event once before, and although it, like, you know, I threw the event away essentially, I managed to finish eventually, but I don't want to risk crashing and injuring myself through just, you know, slipping and snapping a chain. Accidents can happen. Just make sure I get this on the right way around. There we go. And they take a bit of bedding in. I find this little wall mount's perfect for that. It does get waxed on the bikes underneath, but I can just put it on, run it around a few times, and yeah, get cracking. I'm really looking forward to racing this bike tomorrow, actually. I haven't done like a full-on review of it. I've done a first impressions. I felt like I needed to get like a, you know, a few chain gangs done on it, a few normal rides, a few hilly rides, and then finally race it as well, and just sort of see how it performs across disciplines, so that when I do a review video, it is an actual review. It's not like a, oh, I've been riding this bike for 10 minutes, here's my thoughts. I want to do like a, you know, I've been riding this bike for months now, which I have, here's my thoughts. So I'm looking forward to putting that together over the next few weeks, and it'll make a banging thumbnail if I win, wouldn't it? So hopefully. That took some doing, but it is on properly, so let's just run it around a bit. It'll always be rough to start. You just got to get the wax broken a bit better in. There we go then, chain running sweet. it looks good, doesn't it? I hope it's sunny tomorrow so I can actually see the colour of it. I'm going to give it a quick wipe over, a quick detailer. I've put some, I was going to say fresh sealant in the tyres. I actually took sealant out of 2 other tyres that I haven't actually used yet. That was for the National Gravel Champs time trial, which I'm not going to use. So I took the sealant out of that, put it in here. Saves using new stuff and good for the environment, etc. What else have I got to do to this? I'm going to charge the pedals, mount camera mounts. Oh, there was one already on the back and one on the front, but I'm just going to sort out the mounts for that and get cameras charged up and ready to go for a couple of races in a day. And yeah, it's ready to roll. I use a little tiny ultrasonic cleaner to clean the chain several times, and I just did the cassette as well, so that is all nice and sparkly. So clean bike is a fast bike, right? Okay, evening ride time. It's actually evening ride done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen. 30 whole minutes, absolutely terrible sensations. Zwift group ride, couple of surges, half an hour. Like, that's all I need. I knew I wasn't going to feel that good, and the best chance I give myself of, I'm just mopping up my snot from the floor. Best chance I give myself of getting around any of the races tomorrow is to be as fresh as possible and just recover. So I'm glad I've done a little bit of something, but I'm also glad that I didn't push on to an hour or whatever and try and do some more, because it's just not going to make me any better for tomorrow. We've got a right evening meal lined up, so I'm going to get showered and changed and see you at the dinner table. Liz has just said those magical words. Dinner on table. Dinner on table. Right. Tonight we have chicken gyros. Am I saying that right? Gyros? Who knows?
I don't know, just say honey.
Talk us through, Liz. What's the setup?
Corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Chicken, halloumi, red onion, peppers, tomatoes.
Yeah.
Chips, flatbreads, sauce.
Very good. We're basically on holiday in Greece, aren't we?
Basically.
Very good. Right, well, thank you very much. This looks amazing and hopefully going to fuel me up for a big day's bike racing tomorrow. And we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about next year's plans. Okay, so then, 2026 events and things. Now, I have entered about 20 events. A lot of them are overseas, long times away from home. I'm going to need to take an extended break from work, almost certainly unpaid, and I'm just going to have to focus on my sport for a while. Is that okay over there? No, right. I have only entered one event for next year so far, so I just want to, because I have quite a few questions, people asking me, have you got your entry in for Wales again, what are you doing next year? And the honest answer is I don't know, but I'm not just saying I don't know because I don't want to say, or because I do genuinely don't know, that's why, but I want to say this so that you know I don't know, and you know that I'll tell you when I do know, that I no longer don't know. Okay, so next year, you will know this, it's all first world problems, but when you're planning events, you've got a lot of moving parts, and people have more moving parts than I. Like, I don't have any children, that makes things a lot simpler, but we do have, Liz works in a school, so we can only take holidays during non-term time. Costs a lot of money, so events and travel and so on, it all adds up. So the training for them and my actual focuses, all the considerations around that, I just want to take a bit of time to think about. I don't want to, like, for the example is, people are messaging me saying, oh, you got your entry in for Wales next year, because obviously you didn't start this year, you wanted to do it, of course you'll do it next year. And I do want to do the event, but I'm just weighing up all those things in my mind. To have the Monday off after Wales, Liz had to do an after school club for a whole term and then takes that time back on a day off, which is like, at the discretion of the school, so it's not guaranteed. I don't want to go to Wales unless Liz can come. I don't want to go and do an event unless Liz can come. I'm sure she'd love to not have the 3 a.m. start, but, I want these things to be things that we do, not just things that I do. It'd be great to tie in a holiday with an event rather than just going and doing an event. Again, so I don't feel like I'm taking as much. Liz is absolutely brilliant and will do anything I ask, any for fancy events anyway, won't you? So great, but I want to do more things together rather than just for me, and there's a lot of things to think about, so I want to take the next couple of months to do that and actually enjoy this phase. I like looking at races, looking at events, looking at where we're going to stay, where we're going to travel to and from, what else we're going to do while we're there, what's the course like, all those sorts of things. And I also have the battle in my mind about, do I just do some more cycling events rather than triathlon, do I do something else, like all these things to consider. So basically I don't know yet, but when I do know, I will let you know. Right.
You'll be the first.
You'll be the first to know. Well, Liz will hear it 50 times first, and then you will hear it. That's how it works. The only event that I've entered for next year is one that I am really excited about, but it's not that I'm excited about because of it is because of the thing I'm doing. We've got a team in for the Outlaw Full relay, right? I've done this once before. I did it with a couple of friends, Michelle and Paul. We did it 2 years ago, it's 2023, wasn't it? We had a brilliant day. The whole team spirit is awesome. You feel the pressure of having to perform for your team. We went with the main objective of having fun. Michelle and Paul were brilliant. If anything, I was the poorest performer on the day, which is fine, but I guess I'm trying to strike the balance between picking a team where our objective is, right, we want to try and win it, and picking a team where we just go and have fun, because if I try and pick a team to win it, I often don't get selected for that team. I get opted out. Now, you'll be surprised to hear that I'm actually doing the swim. Now, the reason I'm doing the swim is because I've been in this sport about 10 years now, and I did swim as a kid. I know people say that, and they're really good swimmers. That's not the case for me. I swam begrudgingly as a kid, as a teenager, because my dad made me go to swimming club. I'm so grateful now. And I've always wondered, you know, if I swim train properly, is there more ability in there? Is there more capacity for me to swim a bit faster? I don't expect I'm going to be like a good or great swimmer, but I want a new focus. I want to keep focused on sport in general. I don't particularly care what sport that is, as long as I'm doing some sport, that's great. So I'm going to focus on, I can't believe I'm saying it, swimming for the next, 6-9 months. Not all the time, but, have that as an aim, because I want to do the best I can for my team. I've got some serious burps from this gyro, so that's really good, Liz. Thanks. And I'll cover who's in the team in a bit more detail, close to the time, but I'm really excited by that. And then therefore I like doing things in teams, I like doing things in relays, and of course I've got my own ambitions as well, but I'm going to try and think about those sorts of things a bit more as well. And I've actually got one team challenge this side of Christmas, so I'll talk to you about that more close to the time. So yeah, in a nutshell, I don't know just yet. Let me know down below though, are you a planner, a year ahead planner or not? Because I feel like I don't want to plan a year ahead. I want to think about it and then book it like 7-8 months out. I don't want to like miss out on it, or try and book a race that I know is going to sell out a year away when I don't really know if I want to do it. I need to buy into the thing, so I train properly for the thing. So is that enough waffle, Liz, do you think? Do people have got like enough about that? Shall I cover swimming in a bit more detail? No. Okay, right.
Let's end the video there.
Let's end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. Liz, thank you very much for listening to that, especially because this is take 2, isn't it? People will be baffled to hear that. I really appreciate the support. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for bike racing tomorrow, hopefully. I might not be in the race much, but I'm going to be there. See you there.